Hey folks, Digger Daz here. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, a couple of days since I've done a vlog, so I thought I would just catch up on what's been going on. Over the weekend, I don't know if I talked about anything that I did over the weekend. I just stuck around the house, played some video games. We did a little bit of garage selling, but didn't find anything, so no new games. So I just spent the time playing some games that I had bought the weekend before, I think it was, and just testing those out, making sure they work and seeing if I like them or not. I was bummed to find out my Xbox is jacked up for some reason. It'll read a disc for about 15 minutes and then it'll just stop. So there's something either wrong with the laser or the disc, the thing that spins the disc. Because, I mean, it was just weird. It played just fine for a few minutes and then quit. So I gotta probably go take that to someone to see what's wrong with it. Another thing is, I hooked up the PlayStation and it worked just fine. I played Backyard. I don't know if you've ever heard of that game, but actually it is based on an animated TV series that was on Nickelodeon in the mid-2000s. I think it was like 2006. No, 2003. Excuse me. No, that's right. 2006. I'm thinking of another game that I played that was in 2003. Sorry about that. And then after that, I played Enter the Matrix, which is a game not based on the Matrix movies, but it's based on an animated movie that was kind of an offshoot of the Matrix. It explained a story that kind of coincides with the Matrix, and the game is pretty good. I really enjoyed playing it. I'm up to like level 6. So I'm really digging that one. In fact, after I get off here, I'm going to play it some more. Other than that, I really didn't do anything over the weekend. I did notice that little spot on my chest is still bothering me. And because I keep coughing, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just sore. And so now anytime, even I went to the, I don't want to be gross, but I went to the bathroom earlier and let's just say even doing number 2 is not very pleasurable. Depending on how I'm sitting, it just hurt my stomach. To cough, it hurts. To laugh, it hurts. To burp, it hurts. It just, no fun. So I'm going to try the treatment again and see if it was doing good toward the end of the weekend. I wasn't hardly feeling it at all. And then Sunday night, Monday morning, I started feeling it again. So I'll just do the ice and heat again, see if it'll knock it out once and for all. It said it would take a while for it to heal, but I wish it would hurry up and get done because this is really unbearable. It's very annoying, you know what I mean? But it's been raining here, so I don't like getting out in rainy weather. It's just not my thing. I like it when it's nice, bright, sunny. I like to get out and walk and look around. So I've just been kind of chilling at home. And yesterday I did a video on our Nistemano, the drop lock, and I'm going to be following that up with another video probably tomorrow about different knife grips. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I watched a video today that reminded me that I forgot to cover that when I did the solo knife drills. So keep an eye out for that video. It will be coming up. And I want to backtrack a minute. Sunday would have been my Uncle Gene's 75th birthday. And the reason why I want to talk about that man is he was important to me. And it didn't dawn on me until I was going through my cousin's Facebook today, and I had said something to her about the picture she posted, but I completely forgot to say anything about his birthday. And Uncle Gene was like a father to me. I really looked up to him. Even though we didn't get to see him very often, any amount of time I spent around him was like gold. Because he was a great man and was so kind and funny. He had a humor about him. All the Watson boys did. My grandma, my Aunt Dee, Uncle Seaford, Uncle Arlie, they were just, Uncle Warren too. All of them were just funny guys and funny gals. And I think they come by that naturally. We call it the Watson wit. And they got it. They definitely got it. And when I was young, he used to come down every weekend and get me. Him and his wife, Aunt Berta, they would come down and get me and take me back to Missouri. They live in a little town called Seymour, Missouri, and believe me, when I used to go there as a child and a teenager, there wasn't much there. It's grown quite a bit now. I don't even really recognize it when I go down there to visit. But I really don't remember much about going down there as a child. I do remember spending a lot of time with my Aunt Berta's mother, Grandma Ruby, because when Aunt Berta would have to work, she'd take us over there, and Grandma Ruby was a great lady as well. You know, she's one of those people that just, you meet her once and you'll never forget her, but she lived to be almost 100, so we had quite a few times with her. Every time we would go to Missouri, we would make it a point to stop and go see her. But I don't really remember much about Uncle Gene as a child, but as a teenager, there was one event that stuck out in my mind, and that just shows what kind of guy he was. I was going through some troubles as a teenager. About 16, I decided that I knew everything, and so my mother decided to send me to Missouri so that I could get straightened out. When it comes to straightening out, Uncle Gene was the guy to do it. And he really didn't have to say much to kind of set you on the path. And the one thing, what made me jump at the chance is he told me that we were going to go fishing. That man loves to fish, and I never got to go with him as a child. I really wanted to, but never got to. So this was like a dream being fulfilled, you know. So we go to where his brothers live. They live in a town next to Seymour called Fordland. It's about 6 miles from Seymour. So they share farmland. My Uncle Arlie and Uncle Seaford lived on the same side of the road, right next door to each other, and they owned about 10 acres, I think it was. But they had ponds back there, and that's what we were going to go fishing on. Well, Uncle Gene gets out and he says, "Now I'm gonna need to open this gate, pull the truck through." And I'm looking at him like, I don't drive. He's like, "Don't worry, just put your foot on the gas and it'll do the thing. Just keep the steering wheel straight and all that." And so I made it through without running over him or running into the gate or anything. He gets back and he gets on the passenger side. Wants me to drive down to the pond. And on this trip, we didn't really talk about my issues. We talked about him growing up and what his dad was like and what his dad expected. And I think that was his way of telling me what I needed to do as a young man. And then he also shared the fact that they were very poor, and him and Grandpa Watson would go to the river and catch carp, and they would put these carp, or they would, no matter what size they were, they would take them home and pressure cook them, and then can it and put it into root cellar, and they'd have that to eat all winter long. Now, mind you, carp you have to catch really big to get any meat off of. And I couldn't imagine what it was like for them to have to pick through the little fish that they caught and try to get whatever meat they could off of it just to live day to day. So it made me realize, just by hearing that I've been doing my mother wrong, and I've been doing my whole family wrong. You know, they lean on me in hard times. And if I'm being a butthead, I'm not doing my mother any good, especially her, because at the time, she was working 3 jobs trying to raise 4 kids. So it was because of him I kind of finally got it, you know. I kind of woke up a little bit, and I started acting a little bit better, and didn't give my mom such a hard time. So I want to end this video by saying, Uncle Gene, I love you and I miss you. And I'm sorry it's a couple days late, but I want you to know, I hope you're having a happy birthday week up there in heaven. And hopefully soon, well, not soon, I still got a long ways to go, but hopefully down the road I'll get to see you in heaven. And I want to close this out with asking this question. Is there someone in your life, past or present, who have had that influence on you? Put that down in the comments. Let me hear a little story about it. And give me a like and subscribe if you like what my channel is all about. Well, this is Duker Does saying do good and deuces. Bye-bye.